So, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to round 2 of the Republic of Motorsport. You join us for the Bahrain Grand Prix this time. Thank you for everyone for the recent follows to the channel. We've got Sniper, LRL, Jamie, Humonics, all weighing in with follows. We've got Wilk, Zero Army. Thank you all for the follow, guys. And yeah, looking forward to this one. It's going to be a good Grand Prix. Bahrain, of course, it's got 3 DRS detection points, and that really keeps the cars in close proximity from one another. And yeah, expect to see some good wheel-to-wheel action with these boys today. Who's your favourite for the win? Do let us know throughout the course of this in the chat what you expect to see. Also, if you're racing, I would appreciate any weather forecast updates. Of course, we're Bahrain, so I've never seen rain in Bahrain. So what are you talking about, Rich? Maybe we get a sandstorm in midway through the race. Who knows? But yeah, we'll just wait for everyone to join the stream here. So this is good to see for a start. Last few Bahrain Grand Prix have been run during the day in my leagues for some reason, when it has been set to official timing. It's good to see we're under the lights of Bahrain, as the drivers will be they've chosen their tyre compounds already, and we've got a very eager racing point, and we've only got one racing point on the grid, and that is the main man, ABR Stubbsy. Of course, he really went for it last week. Into them closing laps, a bit of controversy there, the little collision, but it was all good, fair racing at the end of the day. So we've got Harvey PT saying Stubbsy for the W, and we've got 8_Sam saying, hi, sorry I missed the race the other day, I was having Wi-Fi issues. No problem, good to have you along for the ride today. Appreciate you being here. So we've got Dunsworth out on track, as well as ZZ and Celtic Speed at the moment. So in terms of strategy around here, yeah, most people looking like they're going for their first out laps on that soft tyre. No one's on the flying lap yet. Don't worry, Mr. Renault, he's just in a hurry. Stubbsy knows what he's doing. But yeah, we've got Sinquesti in the house today. Dunsworth, Shrimper, Yanians, Aki, as I call him, Stubbsy, ZZ, RSF1 Vettel. Good to see him back. Yeah, Celtic Speed, JF1 James. Rooney 2003, we've got RSF1 K-Mag in the house, we've got IOX 187, we've got Lawn 107, and we've got Ludlow F1. We've got 15 runners today, so we've got the short qualifying format. We've got 16 minutes just under remaining now, as everyone is going to wind one up for an attack lap. So we're going to stay on board here, and we're just going to see how we should really attack this circuit here of circuit in Sakhir, Bahrain, in the desert, under the lights. Looks beautiful, doesn't it? Here we go. As we rocket down towards turn 1. Braking just before the 100-meter board there. Second gear on the apex. Don't use too much of it. Shift up through the gears. On the power very nicely there. Using all of the available room, hugging the curb like you hug your favourite granny, as Martin Brundle would say, and really difficult dropping it down to 4th momentarily, trying to get that extra rotation on the apex there. Very tricky corner, this slightly off camera on the exit, and it just can easily catch you up, but planted it fairly well. Along the left-hander here, can't be too greedy into this one, you'll lock up your wheels, and we hit that apex beautifully on the power nicely. Up through the gears, down the back straight now. Again, see how much risk we're taking. We've just got the left front, which is on the tarmac. The rest is completely on the curb there, using all available space, and that's going to give you the least angle possible. As we, of course, we're going purple. Everyone's going purple as we speak, but I think this might be a bit special for a banker lap here. Down to 3rd, up to 4th. When you get on the power and out of the last corner and up to the line for Stubbsy, he's going to kick us off with a 1 minute 25.190. Very, very decent lap. Got Sinquesti up to the line as well, doing a 27.4, 27.3 as well for Ludlow, also on them soft compound tyres. Who else have we got rolling on through? Let's run with Yanni Jans for now. He's on the medium compound, so of course less grip, but you're going to be favouring those in the Grand Prix start. Popping up with their times now. First medium run out of 28.0 for Aki AMG. Rooney pops up to P2 with a 25.971. Yanni comes up to the line with a 28.5 on that medium compounder tyres. And we've got K-Mag in the final sector. He's got purple in sector 2. Hesitant on the final corner, you'd say, but still smooth. Up to the line for K-Mag, that puts him third overall, and that is a 26.4. So quite a big step with the top three. A 25.1 is currently fastest, second fastest is a 25.9, and third fastest is a 26.4 as it stands. But of course these are all banker laps. We've got RSF1 Vettel, he's opted for the medium compound, he's currently out on track. He's in hot lap, he's pushing hard. In the Haas. Much prefer the Haas this year, going back to their original livery. So A_Sam, which tier is this? This is the Republic of Motorsport. They only have the one tier. They only have good drivers in there, basically. Pretty new league, I do believe as well. I think they've done a season before. Do correct me if I'm wrong, but I know Rooney did win the championship last time out. So if you haven't already followed the channel, do click the button, boys, and also hit the bell if you want to see whenever we go live. And as we come up to the line, RSF1 Vettel is going to pop up to P5, very decent lap there on the medium compound, and that's a 26.962 for RSF1 Vettel. Very decent lap. And we've got a few cars on an out lap, ready to wind one up. Who's furthest along in the queue? Looks like it is Mr. ZZ here. For an outlap, he's pushing quite hard. Maybe trying to warm the tyres, not quite sure. We'll cut away from that, and we've got Celtic speed now. Celtic speed looking good here in the Renault. I'm sure he likes it because he's got his matching helmet, the blue and the yellow there. Feeling pretty good as he crosses the line to start his flying lap. He's chosen the soft compound of tyre for his first run. We've just got over 10.5 minutes remaining of the qualifying itself. And what can Celtic speed do is we get a nice little tow here off the racing point. Not using so much of the road as we saw earlier there, but it's turned in nicely, using a lot of the exit curve. You can sometimes bottom out your car almost on that and just lose traction. Wheels start to spin up, but done a good job of it. Very easy to lock that front inside wheel there. It's just a passenger for the journey. Kissing that apex nicely, round the back straight here. The DRS wide open. It would actually be quite nice if like these cars were like circuit specific, so you saw that like more shallow rear wing when you get to the places like Monza, you know, potentially Spa as well. Let me know if it isn't a game and I'm just not being observant. So just clocked that. Celtic speed has invalidated. So we'll see, is he going to come into the pits most likely? He's going to dive in for a fresh set of boots, and James almost doing a bit of drifting sessions there, look like. Right on the edge of adhesion. Stubbsy, talk about solid banker lap. Mate, that is extraordinary, son, for a banker lap, my god. You're going to have trouble beating your own lap time. James comes up to the line, now moves himself into P3. 26.1, so 26.1 there. And we've also got Lorne in the sister Mercedes to Rooney. Currently trying to put his first lap time in of this session. Just over 8.5 minutes remaining now. Let's try the board actually. So who's your early prediction for pole position? I mean, Stubbsy set the bar very high on his first attempt. It's kind of like that high jump. You set the bar that high, it's going to be hard to, like, you know, even better yourself at this point, Stubbs. Rooney's got a big task there. He's got a lot of time to find. He's a quick driver as well. Can anyone else challenge for pole position? Do let me know. Still quite new to this grid. And against some drivers, very track specific. And Lawn there, a decent lap. 26.2. Anyone else on a flyer at the minute? Looks like iOaks. Yes, iOaks 26.4, fastest lap for him. Anyway, that's improved him up to 5th fastest overall. Looks like ZZ now. Yeah, and he's really attacking the corner there. I actually quite like this corner here. Don't like the exit, I love the entry to it. There's so much confidence there. Just send it in. This one's always difficult. Just wants to send you out to that exit curve out wide, suck you in there. And then especially if you've got a car in close proximity, you've got to be careful not to lose your lows around that point. As we got Yannis really pushing hard here. It's going to be a fairly decent lap. See what he does through sector 2. Oh, yeah, he's a second up to the stance. Let's push a bit more. Let's go, Yanni. Let's push now. Stubbs did come out. He's back in the pits. We've got Rooney, K-Mag on flying laps, it appears. What's Yanni going to finish up with? And that's 27.1. He's coming back in. So let's see what Celtic Speed can do. He's now opted for that medium compound, soft compound tyre. Hopefully we'll have a guest in the booth a bit later on. Maybe joining us in the session. See, the rear end of Celtic Speed was really nervous through that high speed right hand corner. I think it was there, front right, maybe touching the curve a bit, unsettles the balance. Just comes through the final corner nicely. Going to push up to the line, and for Celtic Speed, this is first lap time going to give him. That's good enough for P6 as it stands at 26.287. Might be on another push lap. Maybe not. Just backed out with that. What can Ludlow do? So with only 15 runners, I mean we've got 4.5 minutes remaining. What do you do? I think Shrimper, you definitely need to get on a soft. Dunsworth, you've got to push yourself. Even if you don't think you'll crack, you know, pole position, at least try to squeeze yourself towards that top 10. I think starting P11 is going to be a very good place to start in this Grand Prix. Be on that fresh compounded tyre, have that free race strategy. Don't expect to see too many safety cars around here. We've got a good grid of drivers, very clean, respectful racing, as well as quite wide open runoff areas throughout this circuit. Ludlow just getting a distant toe there for Renault, I think. Will it be good enough as he comes around the final corner? I know. He was just trying to get a tow all the way down into the pits, and Ludlow, yes, he does improve. 26-0, very decent now. I'm sure he'll be quite happy with that one there. Bit of an audio glitch as we ride on board with RSF1 Vettel. He has invalidated, so he won't ride on board with him. And we've got Dunsworth up to the line. He's gone again. And he's improved on the mediums. He's done a 27.4 on that medium compounder tyre. Let's see, has anyone else done a best? Looks like everyone on the soft. So we're just going to wait for the final blast here, basically. Maybe Ludlow is still on a lap now, using the ERS. So yeah, Rooney has improved. He's closed in on Stubbsy. So it's about 0.3 of a second gap for pole position. So it's definitely doable. Well, I'm sure Stubbsy's got a bit of time in the pocket. Set that lap time very early on. And of course the track evolution as the rubber goes down will come towards all the drivers. So expect to find maybe a 10th or 2 here or there. And yes, we've got drivers on their outlaps now. Got the Pink Panther here. This just gives you confidence. Getting that early banker lap in the bag is really going to serve you great into the final few minutes of qualifying, because you're going to be able to push like mad, you know, and really have the confidence that you've got that in the pocket still. As you can see, the drivers very slow in their outlaps because they want to preserve these tyres as much as possible. Probably got the minimum fuel in the car as well. And this is the lightest the cars will be at any given Grand Prix weekend. Is right at the end of qualifying. You know, you're going to have the freshest tyres, you're going to have the lowest fuel load, you're going to have the maximum deployment on your energy recovery system, and you're going to have DRS in enablement wherever possible. Of course, seasons gone by, we used to have DRS available for the whole circuit, you know, and that did definitely throw up a few interesting, you know, do you run it through turn 1 and can you keep it open, you know, like through them high speed corners. I'd like to see that back personally, not just in the deployment zones. But here we go, the final attack at qualifying, just under a minute remaining now, so everyone's going to be fighting to get up to the line. Also, you have to get past the start finish before the checkered flag has been deployed. We're going to have plenty of time with Mr. Stubbsy here. Current provisional pole position at the minute. He's just about to attack his lap. He's also got Rooney and Vettel, they're still in their out laps. Ludlow, everyone else is on a push lap now. Precision there. Yeah, we have improved. We are purple in sector 1. We have a car up ahead. He is on a push lap, I'd expect as well, so hopefully he won't slow us down too much. And it looks like Aki, he's not going to make it up to the line. Checkered flag is already out, and he was still on an out lap. But as Ludlow, are they taking advantage of this here? Let's see. So it's really, really close now from 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th place. As James has finished the session with a 25.632, Lorne a 25.903, Celtic Speed with a 26 dead. And what's Stubbsy going to give us? We've also got ZZ 28.1. We've got Aki, he's improved to 25.6. And Stubbsy 25.046. He improves, he goes fastest. Can anyone match it? We've got an invalidation, unfortunately, for Rooney. And anyone better in for P2, K-Mag, oh sorry, Vettel here. Doesn't look like it. Oh, what has happened to Celtic Speed? I think he'd already finished, didn't he? So that's none of his doing. So the last person to round off is Sink Westy. What can the McLaren driver do as he comes up to the line? And he's going to go 12th, 26.7. His fastest lap did improve by just over a tenth. And that is your lot for qualifying. Yes, yes, perhaps. Welcome to the stream, sir. Republic of Motorsport. Showing some love for Stubbsy and the Mandem. As we can see, the final classification was Stubbsy with the fastest lap time, 25 dead. Then we had Rooney on the 25.5, Vettel 25.5 as well. Then it was K-Mag, Aki, James, Lorne, Shrimper, Celtic Speed, Ludlow, Oaks, Sink Westy, Yanni Jans, Dunsworth, ZZ, and RSF1, Shaney, who joined it very late on there. Did you, Shaney? Just squeaked in the nick of time. And yeah, good to have you on the grid for the Grand Prix. Hopefully everyone gives him a bit of time to get the setups on, etc. And that's what I'm here for. Burap says he's here to give some ABR love to his main man, Mr. Stubbsy. And yes, who's your pick for the win? Based on that qualifying, it looks like we've got some phenomenal pace in that racing point and with Stubbsy. But yeah, Rooney just needs to stay with him early doors up until the DRS is activated. And then he can maybe, work some strategy, try to get an undercut potentially. But yeah, good pace at the minute. It looks like it's going to be a good battle for the podium. Got quite a few cars in this same sort of bracket in terms of time delta. But yeah, what's your predictions? So Brett says, I'm here for you both. Yeah. Obviously, Stubbs is going to have this one bagged. Well, we're going to see about that. I think a few boys are going to have something to say about that. That is for sure. So as we just have a look here at the championship standings heading into this Grand Prix, it's Rooney that leads the way. That position was reversed at the last Grand Prix. So Stubbsy's in second. He did pick up the fastest lap though, so he's on 19 points. Then it's Lorne in third. James in fourth. Then it's Shrimper, Celtic Speed, Westerns, Dunsworth, Stato and Yanni Jans rounding out the top 10 in the championship. In terms of constructors, of course, Mercedes on 40 points, racing points. Only got one driver, pretty much like the actual team at the minute, but they don't have a Hulkenberg to come and fill the boots of the missing second driver. So yeah, Stubbs is going to have to fight that one all the way by himself by the look of it. And then we got Renault in third, Red Bull fourth, McLaren, Alfa Tauri, Ferrari, Haas, Alfa Romeo and Williams at the back. I don't know about you, but it's an absolute scorcher today. Boy, are these boys going to be sweating. Real life conditions here, just like Bahrain. Sun beaming down. Humidity is right up there. Signed, sealed and delivered. Oh, let's see. We've got a long way to go. And it's definitely a good track in terms of racing. Like with them 3 DRS activation points, you can really push, stay within the car ahead. Sector 2 is where you want to really break someone through them like little S's, etc. If you've got that speed advantage, definitely try to get it on the second DRS and yeah, try and pull away from there. So let me know if you're in the chat, guys. It'd be good to hear from you. If you're taking part in this one, what's your predictions? Where would you be happy to finish? And what strategy you're going to go for as well. So everyone's starting on that soft compound. It's going to be interesting to see the tyre strat in this one. Personally, I'd try and stay away from the hards, but if you don't use the hard tyre, you're going to be looking at probably a 2-stop, medium. And when you're going to box for that, maybe around lap 9. Let's see. So it looks like Vettel here, very happy. He's gained half a second overnight, he says. He's very happy with that lap time there to get him up into P3. Stubbsy said he wasn't expecting to be on pole by almost half a second. Well, I think you outdone yourself, sir. Some of the boys not too happy with Stubbsy's electric pace, but as we saw today in the 70th Grand Prix, you know, look at the Mercedes in terms of qualifying. They had it really hooked up in the window, but they should have sacrificed, in hindsight, some of that, you know, in terms of race pace. You know, we saw Max, he did qualify, didn't he, in Q2 on that harder compound. Definitely benefited him on that early stint. The tyres didn't blister. It looked like the mediums, or the soft was a no-go. The mediums was still a bit touch and go, blistering, etc. And the hard tyre really won it today. But let's see what strategy wins it today, as we've got the 10-second countdown as we get ready for lights out here at the circuit in Bahrain. So the boys just firing off some warnings to one another before the Grand Prix starts. And yep, we're going to have our formation lap. So this is an opportunity for the drivers to get their cars into the right operating window. When we mean that, we mean temperatures. Everything from your brake temps, you want your tyre temps, all up to the right window. You're going to get the perfect grip off the line. Let's have a look at the tyres actually. So yeah, everyone from 11th down has opted for the medium. So they could quite easily go medium onto the hard compound probably and to the end of the Grand Prix. That'll be quite a good strategy. So Ioke's looking pretty good there in P11. He just needs to hold on to the back of Ludlow and be at the right place at the right time as them tyres start to fade. Yeah, attack. Also key around here, I feel, is the undercut. If you're in that train, like a DRS train, try and get that undercut on early. Get yourself in some free air, and you know, get them lap times, start punching them in. So yeah, we're going to start with Stubbsy on the pole position. Up alongside him, as usual, is Mr. Rooney 2003, the league founder and central admin for the league. And then we've got RSF1. Vettel, like we said, he was very happy with that lap in the Haas. Something I thought we could have seen next season was Vettel in a Haas, but it looked like it would be Vettel in an Aston Martin. Maybe not after the latest performances. You know, that spin on the opening lap once again biting him. We've got K-Mag, RSF1 K-Mag, which maybe should be in the Haas this year with the name he's been given, but he's in the McLaren. Then we've got Aki, James, we've got Lorne, Shrimper, Celtic Speed, we've got Ludlow, Ioke, Sink Westy, Yanni Jans. A bit too social distance, boys. Dunsworth, yeah, people disqualified for it. A bit too close proximity there. We're going to line up on the grid, boys, for the start of this one. Bahrain circuit. There's 4, 5 red lights. And away we go for the Bahrain Grand Prix. There will spin for the pole sitter there off the line. It looks like Rooney's going to have a little bit of a run, but look at the McLaren, look at the Haas. He's going to have the outside brake inside into T1. Rooney sent it right up the inside. There's some contact there between the leaders. And look at this. Oh no, the Haas. He's got touched. He's gone around. The Haas has gone around. Unfortunate scenes very early on there. After a great qualifying, and we're still battling at the front here. Rooney's got the inside line now, and this battle is going to go on and on. Reminiscent of Hamilton and Rosberg, the jewel in the desert there. And yeah, a great opening battle there, and it's keeping K-Mag with us as well. So Vettel, after that great qualifying performance, P3 there, he's all the way down in 14th now, and he's going to be struggling. Have a look through the field. What battles have we got brewing early on in this Grand Prix? But it's Stubbsy that leads. Rooney is breathing down his neck, and the McLaren is hot on the heels as well. And we've got a nice little battle with Oaks and Yanni Yancy here, and they're going to go wheel to wheel, a bit touchy-feely, a bit of tyre bashing. The Williams has got the position. Oaks up into 7th now. And what are the battles to watch? Let's have a look through the order. Do have sometimes a few issues early on with the standings. Don't be alarmed. So rockets up to P1. It's just the way things go. Stubbsy is the fastest lap, 32.8 on the opening lap of the Grand Prix. And as you can see here, the timing screens just having a fit. Just let it sort itself out now as we've got our first person in the box of the afternoon, and that is James 95. He's going to get a new front wing, and of course he's going to go onto them hard tyres now. Going to look to go deep into the Grand Prix, and he's going to need some sort of form of safety car. He's going to need a full safety car. Oh, the standings are going absolutely mental at the minute. We know James ain't leading, but it's currently classifying him as the leader of the Grand Prix. Stubbsy's in P1. Rooney's still within that half a second window. This is crucial here. Like we said early on in this Grand Prix, he needs to maintain the gap. Maintain the gap. That's going to be key to attacking or having a fighting chance at victory this afternoon. And K-Mag doing an excellent job of staying in that 1 second window as well. As we come around to start lap 4 of the Grand Prix. Stubbsy again, 29.7, fastest lap so far of the Grand Prix. Not quite close enough to make a move as we look down the pit straight. A beautiful sight here under the lights. RSF1 Vettel made a good recovery here. Back up to P10 is the Haas driver. Still on the same compound of tyre started. Yeah, opening lap issues, get a bit cut off there. Maybe put his nose where it wasn't warranted. And as Brundle would say, maybe a day late and $1 short. Everyone doing a good job of staying fairly close to one another at this point in the race. The tyres will start to fade pretty quickly. I think Stubbsy is trying to stretch his legs right now, as DRS is going to be in effect any time soon. So if you've got any battery, any advantage, the time is to use it now. And what's happened? Well, we've got Celtic Speed and Lawn here. They're going at it, and K-Mag's just out of that window now of Rooney as well. Looks like it's become a 2-horse race as they head down the main straight, going into turn 1. The Mercedes is not close enough to make a position move further down the order here. Looks like they're having a little sniff. Didn't have the balls to send it on that occasion. The tyres are starting to fade. We've got a yellow flag. And it looks like James... When's that happened? Oh yeah, that fast sweeping corner, maybe a bit of curb. He went around and we had a yellow flag, and it looks like it's been cleared now. Back to racing conditions. Rooney doing a good job still, staying in that window. He needs to be there around the pit stop. Ideally get the undercut. Maybe get that second advantage come out of the pit stops ahead of him. Got a bit of a closer battle just down the order. The battle for P7 this is. And we've got Lawn, we've got Celtic Speed here. Mercedes versus Renault. Yeah, I'm sitting here sweating in the booth, so I don't know about you boys racing. Not looking forward to my league race later on, that's for sure. We've got Oaks being hounded here by these two cars. Looks like Vettel's closing in pretty quickly as well. Let's catch up with the leaders because the gap's coming down. DRS in effect. Here goes Lawn to the outside into T1. The Williams covers off the line. Are we going to get the switch back on? Oh, a bit hesitant on the power there. We're going to have another go. Maybe not. Coming a bit too late. We're just starting to settle down into the race in a minute. But yeah, this is about P6, sorry. High Oaks currently front of this little mini train. Trimper. Oh, it looks like he's starting to catch up to K-Mag now. K-Mag maybe starting to suffer on his tyres. It looks like he's dropped right off. When is this battle? Is he going to send it? Biding his time. It's a long way to go. Lap 5 of 29. The Bahrain Grand Prix. A long way to go. It's a marathon. It's not a sprint race. As we saw today, you know, in extreme conditions, you can easily, you know, cook up your tyres, overdrive the car very quickly, but it's not going to pay you off. And we saw Max Verstappen using the pace at the right time when it matters, and that's key to victory. And Stubbsy doing a good job by getting on the button by the look of it, and defending where he needs to, probably down there, the main straight as well as the back straight. I don't think you really need to push it anymore. Maybe a bit of rich fuel revs. Let's see. Ooh, what's going on back here? We've got Lorne up the inside. Celtic speed is through. Lorne's lost out majorly. And Vettel's closing up as well. We've got a yellow flag. Ludlow just slipped through there. Hopefully not under yellows. Yeah, what has happened on track there? It's cleared already, the yellow, so I'm not quite sure what that was for. Stubbsy with a little lock up, and Rooney is in attack mode. He's got a good drive this time. Is he going to make the move? No. No, he is not. K-Mag really dropping off the back of this battle now. He's now 2.3 seconds adrift. But crucially, he's pulled out that little advantage over the car behind. He won't have the benefit of the DRS. As we head down the main straight, can Rooney get it done this time? Pit window is open. We've got K-Mag into the pits. He's gone for the early pit stop here on lap 7, as we start lap 7, sorry, going into T1, and he's closer than ever. Rooney is all over the rear wing now, and we've got a retiree. It's Sink Westy, as that happened out on track. It has in sector 2. After that little S on the left hand side, he must have got on that exit curb. It looks like he's a long way off track, and it's already cleared, so no risk of a safety car now, and that's crucial. We want this battle to be on at the front. Down the order. We've got a nice little battle here. Freeway, High Oaks, Celtic speed. We've got Lorne. Vettel is joining the party as well. Aki 5 seconds, exceeding track limits. Exceeding track limits. What's happened here to Aki? Has he lagged? Connection? What has exactly gone on there? Got no power. It's broken. It's turning off. Yep, this is now turned into High Oaks, Celtic speed, Lorne and Vettel. This is the battle currently for P4 on track, and Rooney is closing back up again as they come out the last corner. Can he get a run this time? Down into T1, Stubbsy goes into the pits. Rooney's going to cover that as well. Oh, it's the battle of the pit lane now. Let's catch up with this battle as they come around the final corner. Lorne getting a bit tail happy. They're going to stay out. Couple in the pits. Let's see how this shakes out. Yeah, the Racing Point has got out in front of the Mercedes. Crucial here, good pit stop there from the Pink Boys. As they're going to feed back in here, P6 and P7. There's K-Mag just in the background behind them. Oh, and we've got wheel-to-wheel action at the front of the order. Celtic Speed, Ioaks, Celtic Speed. And it's Celtic Speed that gets the position there, but he's going to come under attack. We've got a drift in Williams there. Great car control, but he's going to lose out to Lorne, is he? Lorne locks up a brake. Almost goes into the side of him. Does well not to, and it's Shrimper, your race leader as it stands. We've got cars that have pitted. So your net leader is still ABR Stubbsy in P6. Well, yeah, this is going to be crucial now if they hit any traffic. I think Stubbsy's 6 seconds behind P5, so it should be okay. He's opted for the hard tyre. Rooney on the medium. Oh, I've only just clocked that. So they're on different strategies now, boys. Rooney is going to have to get past Stubbsy ASAP. I like it when we have a mix of strategies, don't you? Yeah, Rooney has to get a move on. Cannot take them tyres to the end of the Grand Prix. And even if Stubbsy makes another stop, he can extend his stint out now. Potentially go on to another set of softs if he wants to challenge for the fastest lap towards the end of the Grand Prix and really push. We've got Rooney in the tow here. It's pink versus black Mercedes. We head into turn 1. Rooney should have a lot more confidence on that early part of traction as well as under brakes. To the pits comes Celtic Speed. Looks like Vettel is going soft, medium. So an interesting mix of strategies as it stands. So yeah, as we say, your net race leader is ABR Stubbsy, and it's Rooney K-Mag. RSF1 Shaney is yet to stop. Will start in last. He's moved up to 8th already. And yeah, he can extend that stint, maybe make one more stop like a lot of the other boys will, and put himself in a good position. We've got Lorne here, closing up on the back of Ioaks. Can he get a move done? I don't think he will. It looks like Ioaks' tyre advantage will definitely come into play now, because Lorne on them 8-lap old soft tyres is going to be really struggling, but Ioaks, crucial, 3 seconds for Ioaks. Shrimper comes into the pits. Ioaks will pick up the lead now. Oh, and here we go, the battle for the lead. Heading down the main straight into T1. It's wheel to wheel, neck to neck. Pink versus black. Who's going to come out on top? The Racing Point still on the inside. Vettel with the fastest lap at 29.4, and them soft tyres on that 2-stop he's definitely going for. And yes, Rooney has got through, and it needed to be done. Stubbsy knows, just needs to stay on the back of Rooney, and he's pretty much going to have that W in the bag come the later phases of this Grand Prix. Yeah, Lorne's doing a very good job, I'd say, to hang on to Ioaks. Maybe dragging him along with them really second-hand soft tyres. Expect them boys to make a pit stop this lap. As we see the leaders on track at the minute, Ioaks and Lorne. The field is starting to spread out a little bit. Closest battles, we've got to Yanni Jans and Vettel, it looks like here. The two Haas's. Shaney's picked up 3 seconds for multiple warnings. We'll check with the leaders and how that's progressing throughout the Grand Prix as we approach the halfway mark. And into the pits has come Lorne now. So that's taken the pressure off Ioaks. Of course, he's going to run his own race. Dunsworth though, 2.5 seconds behind him. Stubbsy doing a very good job holding on to the back of the P3 man, which is Rooney 2003. So let's just check out the movers and shakers. So in terms of position change, that's a nice shot there at the front. We've got Oaks. He's up 10 slots. Dunsworth up 12. Of course, they're yet to stop, so they will drop back into the pack later on. But we've got a nice little battle forming here. Oh, sorry, that's Dunsworth, and that's Rooney. Rooney getting held up a bit there, but this is for position. And Stubbsy is loving that, as long as he's not going to get held up as well. But it's given Rooney the DRS as well. And Renault really struggling right now. We've got the car behind on a lot fresher tyres. Stubbsy's going to want to check out pretty quick, get past this guy, because Stubbsy is already pulling out the gap. Rooney's already pulling out the gap over 1 second to the Renault. So Stubbsy will be out of the DRS. Once he does get past. Rooney's going to have all the work to do today, because he's on the faster tyre as it stands, but he'll have to box again. He'll have to push like crazy on the fresh set. Whereas you never know with Stubbs that he could go to the end, a smooth operation, manage the tyres as long as possible. And we've got Oaks again. This is for position. Oaks yet to stop. Started P11, I think, on their medium tyres. And Williams is not giving up. Slight kiss of wheels there. As we head into this long left-hander, Mercedes is going to have to lift. No contact there though. Williams locks up. That's enabled the Mercedes right on through. He's got DRS as well. Double whammy there, but Oaks is going to stay under the rear wing. Looks like this is the closest battle we've got on track as it stands. I think Oaks will need to think about pitting not too far from now. So your leader as it stands is Rooney. And we've got Stubbsy in the net P2. We've got K-Mag net P3. Williams looks quite happy here to have the DRS on the back of Rooney. And he's staying very well with him at the minute. Into the pits is Shaney. He was yet to stop. It's absolutely sweltering at the minute. My goodness. Stubbsy doesn't want to get held up too much by the Williams here. So Stubbsy on 4-lap hold hard compounds. Oaks coming towards the end of his life on that medium compound of tyre, and Stubbsy on a very nice smooth move there. Good place to get the move done. And he's now, Stubbsy, 1.8 seconds behind the race leader. But again, remember, the race leader, he needs basically a pit stop over Stubbsy to be comfortable for the race victory today. Knowing Stubbsy though, I think he will stop again. Maybe go onto that soft compound looking for the fastest lap. He loves the cheeky fastest lap, as will Rooney. So it'll be interesting how the strategy evolves throughout this one as we look further down the straight. We've got a nice battle going on here. K-Mag on Dunsworth. K-Mag on the fresher rubber. And yep, K-Mag is up into P3. Further down the order, Oaks, yep, he's opted for pit lane, and he's gone for the hard tyre. He'll definitely go to the end. Feed out just behind the Alpha Tower. They drift into turn 1. Have to be careful on them hard tyres. Been spoilt with the softer compound early on. Yanni Jans now opts for pit lane. You'll go into that harder compound. Yeah, at the front of the order, Rooney's starting to pull out the lead. Now up to 2.6 seconds. And then Stubbsy himself has got a 3-second buffer over the McLaren of K-Mag. Then Dunsworth, he's got Shrimper really biting at the bit. Shrimper behind him on 10 lap younger medium compounds. So if you're watching the stream back, this will be going up on YouTube. Make sure you get over to the Republic of Motorsport's YouTube page. We put all of the races on there afterwards, because as you know, or may not know, Twitch does delete stuff after a while as we head down into turn 1. We've got the Ferrari, he's going to send it, he's got the DRS, he's got the inside line crucially heading into turn 1. He's going to have the high ground now. Gets on the brakes nicely, and looks like the Renault is just going to look for the ideal traction, try and stay with him out of this next traction zone. The DRS back, yeah, and 10 lap younger tyres, it's pretty much a done deal. We've got Lawn versus Ludlow, looking like a good little scrap here. And we also got Aki and Ioaks battling on track. Touchwood has been pretty incident-free so far. We have lost Sink Westy in this one. James did have a few donuts for the fans. Of course, he didn't need to do that, but yeah, in terms of safety cars, looking good so far. Touchwood. We have commentator's curse right now. The field is very, very strung out. Looks like a number of people will be going to the end. But everyone on them older medium compounds won't, and into the pits now comes Dunsworth. Stayed up for a very long time, 15 laps on that medium tyre, and he's gone on to the hard. He'll be very comfortable towards the end of the race now. As we are slowly catching here in the Alfa Romeo, the Mercedes up ahead of us. And we've got the softer compound of the tyre. The car ahead though, he's only done half the amount of laps that we have on this tyre. So the advantage will start to come towards him. You're going to want to send it ASAP. Let's go, boys. Good up and Alpha. He's a beauty. Great livery, great design. Unfortunate this year that they are supplied by the Ferrari power units. It looks to be very detrimental. What about Charles Leclerc? Really dragging that up the points. Great strat as well. Ludlow's in danger here of slipping out of that 1 second window. He's going to definitely know about it then. Because, yeah, he's going to be in a world of pain when it comes to his battery. He's probably able to save as it stands. Oh, and the battle behind is starting to heat up as well. Keep an eye on this one. It's Alpha Tauri versus Williams. And Oaks. He's yeah, on a fresh, hard tyre. Aki, his tyres should be in about their prime about now, but yeah, Williams is really, really motoring now. Slight hesitation, short shift there for Aki. Williams is in attack mode. He's going to have DRS now. Is he going to get us into the braking zone? There's a little sniff to the inside. They both lock up the front right. Go through these sweepiness, drop down a couple of gears, hold it in 5th, through here, 6th, down into this braking zone, try and brake as straight as you can. See all the scuff marks there, all that rubber getting laid down by all of them wheels locking into that corner. And then we've got this long left hand corner as well, very easy to do the same. You want to leave a bit on the table if you can, because it's going to pay you back on traction if you get a smooth line all the way down this straight here. And actually doing a good job of defending right now. Going to make Oaks work for it. As Murray Walker would once say, you know, catching is one thing, passing is another, and this is a great example of it. Because you can defend, and by defending, you're going to compromise time to the car behind. His lap times will drop just like yours will. Oh, here we go, side to side. Just took my eyes off to look at the chat. And oh yes, Oaks is through. Into the pits has come Celtic Speed. And it must have been a moment or something there. Sorry I didn't see it. I hope you caught it. And Ludlow slowly catching, but his tyres will fade by the time he gets up to him by the look of it. Shrimper as well is catching K-Mag. His tyres are 3 laps younger. And that's James in the background, which P15 I think. Stubbsy now 5.2 seconds behind the leader Rooney. And K-Mag is a further 2.5 seconds back. K-Mag has closed in by about half a second I think. Into the pits is ZZ. Teammates here of the Ferrari. And Rooney into the pits, Rooney into the pits. Your race leader is into the pits, so it's over to Stubbsy now. Shrimper is 3.2 behind Stubbsy. Now Stubbsy has the lead of the Grand Prix. Is he going to go to the end? Is he going to switch over to the soft tyres? What are your thoughts? Also got K-Mag, we've got Vettel in the pits. And where's everyone going to feed out? So Rooney's come out into clear air. This is pretty crucial. He'll be able to get his head down now. Looks like a nice little battle here in the background between we've got Oaks, Aki and K-Mag. Yeah, Rooney's got all the work to do. He's about 16 seconds behind the race leader. Yeah, 16.3 seconds behind the race leader at this point. Shrimper, he's around the 3 second mark. He did get it down a bit, but looks like Stubbsy's reacted now. He's starting to pump in the lap times at the front of the order. As well as Rooney. Rooney's setting purple sectors as we stand. Fastest lap so far. It's just gone to James 95. It was a 28.9. I feel we're going to have a change of position here. Lap 20 of 29. It's actually flown by this middle part of the Grand Prix. Pretty tight scenes. And here we go. It's McLaren on AlphaTauri. AlphaTauri with a terrible exit there. Contact. And RSF1 K-Mag absolutely flies on by with their brand new mediums, as opposed to the 11 lap old ones on the car of Aki. Catching now up to Oaks, who's on the harder compound. K-Mag will definitely be confident here. It should get him on the back straight. Here comes K-Mag. He's got the drive, he's got the grip, he's got the DRS, and I'm sure he's got an overtake as we head down the back straight into the braking zone. Don't want to tangle up there. But yeah, K-Mag got the traction and slips on through. Up into P6 now for K-Mag. So as we look at the position changes, as it stands, Shrimper is up 6. Ludlow at 5. Ioaks at 4. Unsworth up 5. Big losers were James, unfortunately. Vettel down 8. Forse started P3 into the pits. Ludlow and Aki. They will definitely be going on to that softer tyre. So you'd expect it's a lap 21 of 29. And let's keep an eye on the gap to the leader. It's around 13.3 seconds, Stubbsy to Rooney as it stands. 13.3. Now we've got RSF1 Vettel. It looks like he's closing up onto the back of the Renault. Getting a bit too much curb there. Don't want to fight with them around here, especially the entry curbs. Exit curbs not as bad, but they can still bite you. Especially if you're running that ultra low ride height. And ZZ now. We have a nice little battle towards the end of the Grand Prix with James 95 up ahead of him. Stubbsy cruising out front. Let's keep an eye on this gap. So the gap now 12.3 seconds. So yeah, we've got 7 laps remaining. Rooney is going to have to get a move on. He's got Shrimper in the way as well. Is Shrimper going to hold him up? So, only 2 cars have opted for that soft tyre, and it was Ludlow and Aki. I think Shaney's just going to follow suit though. Surprisingly, he's done 8 laps on their mediums. Maybe could have gone to the end at a push. Didn't want to risk it. Then yeah, we've got a three-way battle here. Battle for P7. It's Dunsworth, Celtic Speed, the 2 Renaults, and Vettel. So that gap now from Stubbsy down to Rooney, 11.3. So he's definitely putting in the graft. Yet to post the fastest lap of the Grand Prix, but I expect that to be smashed any time soon. So good clean racing so far. Observed for the majority. Of course, we're always going to have a few tangles on turn 1. We've got 16 cars looking for the same bit of real estate around the circuit, and it just doesn't shake out in the right way. But yeah, here we go. Can Vettel, can Celtic Speed attack? It looks like Celtic Speed. The 2 Renaults are going to go wheel to wheel. No team orders here. And number 31 gets ahead of Celtic Speed. And Dunsworth going to come under attack. The Haas is going to put his nose in very late there into T1. Very easy to get it chopped off. And we've got Aki with the fastest lap of the Grand Prix at 28.336. It's the final push, boys. Lap 23 of 29. Let's go, go, go. This is where the points get dished out. We've got yellow flag, sector 2. What has happened? It looks like it's just the Red Bull slowing down for someone. Looks like he's okay, and here's the Haas. He sent it ultra late as a typical K-Mag move. Just wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. And yeah, Vettel on them fresher, softer tyres really got that to stick. And he's put himself up into P8. The Celtic Speed's got a little bit of a buffer now after that little battle. Into the pits comes James. He's retired from the session. So let's check in with the leader. So he's going to go for the 1 stop. Rooney's on the 2. K-Mag's on the 2. Celtic Speed as well. Vettel as well. Let's see what one's going to be the best, shall we? So the gap between ABR Stubbsy and Rooney currently stands at 9.6 seconds on lap 24 of 29. The gap is 9.4 seconds. Yellow flag in sector 1. I think that'll be the retiring car. Yes, it is indeed. Ludlow is just coming up to him. Yeah, here it is. You can see the Red Bull just pulling off to the side there. Do retire in pit lane, it still brings you back out onto the circuit, which is not the greatest thing in the world, but they do tend to park near the marshal post, you know, in a good area, so they don't use the safety car, which is things you love to see. What battles have we got to look forward to here? Looks like Vettel is closing up the Celtic speed nicely. We've got Aki on the back of Ludlow, and they've been going at it. So I'll also be doing commentary later on today for the American British Racing Tier 1 Championship, where you can also see the likes of ABR Stubbsy duel it out with the cream of the crop in the ABR series, so do check that out. Also give us a sub on, you know, YouTube, on the socials, on Twitter, Insta, and also of course Republic of Motorsport. Make sure you're followed on the YouTube account, and of course if you're not followed me as well, try to follow me, because I try to do as much commentary as I can, as well as the likes of CSR Phil, or should we call him ABR Phil now, and we've got Calendar Season Racing CSR underscore F1, we've got HSA underscore F1, we've got ABR underscore F1. It's a big family, big network of racing, and we try to cover as many of the Republic of Motorsport as well as we can. We've got some good boys in here that we like to watch racing. So there's a humdinger yesterday, we had tier 2 action. Dunsworth picks up 3 seconds, so that's just giving me a cue actually. I'm going to have a quick look at the penalty situation, run down the drivers. So Stubbsy is squeaky clean. Nil penalties. P2, Mr. Shrimper, 1 warning, very good. Rooney's on 1. Warning, that is, no penalties so far. Lawns on his 2nd penalty. K-Mag, 2nd penalty. 2nd warning, Richard, sorry. Stop being alarmed. Oaks, he has got 2 penalties as Oaks. 2 actual penalties. Celtic Speed, got 2 warnings. Vettel, 2 warnings. Dunsworth, 1 penalty. And Ludlow is squeaky clean. Let's catch back up with the racing. And Vettel is closing in ever more now. And the gap between Stubbsy and Rooney 2003 is now 6.1 seconds. 6.1 seconds. I think it's going to come down to the final lap. Can their mediums hang in there and have that advantage all the way to the end? We get a little bit of a wobble on that. You need my glasses, boys. As we got a nice battle here. Oaks really squirming around at the minute. He's on them harder tyres. So look at this double send. Oh dear. It's compromised his exit speed though. He's going to be able to attack again. He's got a good run actually. And the Barrowhead does have the DRS. It's the battle for P6. Oaks, Celtic Speed, Vettel. Who will prevail? Vettel looks like he's on a charge and he sent it up the inside. Good race in there, no contact made. And Celtic Speed keeps that outside line, has the power, carries the corner speed. And yeah, the things you'll have to see there. And Oaks, he could lose out double here. Looks like he's got a fairly good exit. As we rocket down the straight, the DRS wide open now, and he's going ultra defensive, hugging the pit wall as we head down into turn 1. And he looks like he's going to actually fend them off. Locks up the inside tyre there. Going to have a bit more of an acute angle. Celtic Speed's going to get on the power earlier. And he's going to go right around the outside the long way. But Oaks is going to brake late. Understeer there. This is keeping Vettel in the hunt. Oh, and here we go. We're going to have to cut away from this because Rooney as well is right on the back of Shrimper. He needs to get past right away, and it looks like Shrimper's going to give him the space here. Doesn't fight him too much, maybe a slight contact. Shrimper runs wide, and now the car up ahead of Rooney. That is the race win. 6.1 the gap. Did cost him a little bit of time by the look of it. Trying to get past the Ferrari there. Let's catch back up to that battle. We got K-Mag here as well, looking for a move. Oh yes, we've got the Williams, we've got the Renault, and a bit of argy-bargy. Oh, a bit of lag maybe. Oh, we're gonna go freeway. No way. Who's gonna give up? Iokes. He foams it. We got the two boys battling behind. Celtic Speed and Vettel. Williams is gonna be a sitting duck down into turn one. Here comes the Renault, here comes the Haas. There's not space for three boys. 2 into 1 can go if you're nice. And yes, got the Renault through. And now the Williams picks up the DRS. He's going to come right back at him. And look at the Haas. He's just sitting there waiting to pick up the pieces. If there's any tears, and yes he does, he slips on past, or does he? He's going to go wheel to wheel with the Williams there. And the Williams gets the position. And these guys battling is enabling Dunsworth to start to catch up. Oh, we got contact. We got the Haas around. That's Vettel around. He's got major damage, it looks like there. Has anyone else picked up a bit of damage? Oh dear, it was going so well. Some great battles, but there's some corners that you should overtake, some you shouldn't. And that was one of them. So the gap for the lead is now 4.6 seconds. Of course, Stubbsy on 20-lap old hard tyres. We've got Rooney on 9-lap mediums. They're going to start to fade. They should be good until about at least 12 laps, I would say. We're on the final lap, though. What am I talking about? We're on the final lap of the Grand Prix. It looks like the one stop is going to work. And let's have a look here. Is there going to be any more change of position in this battle here for P6? It looks like Celtic Speed now has the advantage. He's on the fresher rubber as they come across to start their final lap of the Grand Prix. Ludlow is holding on to the back of Aki, but not too much movement there. Yanni Jans, don't think he'll have the pace. I think Shaney's just got him on them soft tyres. And Shaney picks up a penalty. So, yeah, there's no penalties at the front of the order, so it looks like everyone will finish where they are. And yeah, Stubbsy, very good job. Come under pressure early on. Rudy done an excellent job to just stay in that window. And yeah, it just wasn't to be. Rooney went for the two-stop, the more confident strategy. Less tyre management, can really push hard, but you're going to have to make up, at least 18 seconds, that pit stop disadvantage. And yeah, Stubbsy just being consistent, kept it smooth, clean, and he's going to pick up his first victory of this season here at the Bahrain Grand Prix. Stubbsy in the racing point, crosses the line, P1, and wins round 2 of the Republic of Motorsport, the Bahrain Grand Prix. A valiant effort there with Rooney in P2 in the Mercedes. Shrimper, an excellent drive for Shrimper. Very impressed with him today. And he's had a good strategy, up 5 positions. He's going to get a podium in the Ferrari. Excellent job. Then it's K-Mag in P4. Lawn comes home P5. A good day at the office for the Mercedes. And Celtic Speed had a lot to do. And he had some great battles today. Maybe for instance looked at, he comes home P6. Dunsworth P7. Who jumps Iokes, I think due to a time penalty of 3 seconds. Vettel has also jumped Iokes. Must have had a couple. So yeah, your final order: Stubbsy, Rooney, Shrimper, K-Mag, Lawn, Celtic Speed, Dunsworth, Vettel, Iokes, Ludlow, Aki, Yanni Jans. And we lost Shaney very late on there. And that's your lot for the Bahrain Grand Prix. We'll see if we can get a couple of drivers in for a post-race interview. Just once we get into the final standings, we'll give them an invite and we'll get some insight. Big up Stubbsy, great job at the lovely day at the office. Sunday drive, boy. And driver of the day goes to Dunsworth. Who's your driver of the day, though? Give me a shout out. Who should it be? At the racing point on the top step. Finished P2 last time out. This time it's P1 in Bahrain. Rooney's going to have to settle for second this time. The two-stop didn't work out on this occasion. Did get held up a little bit in traffic, but yeah, it was a bit too little, too late, and couldn't really make the pace advantage work. A great job for Shrimper there to be on that final step of the podium. So that is the final standing. Stubbsy wins it, Rooney second, Shrimper third, K-Mag fourth, Lorne in fifth, and it was Celtic Speed, Dunsworth, Vettel, Oaks and Ludlow rounding out the points. We've got the main man, we've got the race winner in with us here. Stubbsy, include your audio, sir. Please do not swear. How was the race?
Pretty comfortable, really. I didn't really have too much fighting to do on track. It was more just the work, that like the consistency that I put in each lap on the hard tyres, and just making sure they were able to get to the end.
Yeah, I was thinking throughout the Grand Prix you may look to put them softs on at the end, but good tyre management. And was you sweating it towards the end with Rooney starting to really take big chunks out of you, or was you always confident that the one stop would work?
I was pretty confident. I knew he was going to eventually get closer, but I kept myself clean on penalties, so it was quite easy to cover the two-stop off.
Well, congratulations to you, Stubbsy. First win of the Republic of Motorsport this season. Yeah, congratulations. Get on the champagne, sir. Enjoy yourself. Rooney in P2. Include your audio, sir. How was your Grand Prix?
It was alright. First of all, well done to Stubbsy. A good start. Almost got first into end of the first sector. It was a fairly close first stint, pushing each other. Second stint, I pulled out the gap. I thought I had enough to make the two-stop work, but in the end, didn't have enough pace in the mediums. So.
Yeah,
I was pushing the whole way.
He was pushing like mad, and yeah, there was a few of the cars you had to pass on track. It made life a bit difficult for you, but good solid points once again. And yeah, congratulations. We've got Shrimper in the house, have we? Is Shrimper in here?
Yeah, I'm here.
How are you doing, Mr. Shrimper? Yeah, include your audio in the party, sir, if you haven't already.
I should have done. I'll double check. Yeah, I have.
Well, Shrimper, I was rooting you on towards the end of the Grand Prix there. An excellent day at the office. How was your Grand Prix? Tell us how it unfolded.
To be honest with you, I just wanted to see if I could manage to do a soft and medium. I had to back off way too much towards the end, so I wouldn't recommend it to anyone else. I think soft to hard is probably the best choice.
Well, you made it work, mate, and yeah, an excellent drive. Kept it smooth, steady, and a great podium. I think you should be very happy with that one today.
Yeah, I'm pleased with that. I know Stubbsy and Rooney are out of my league, to be honest with you, so to claim the last podium spot, I'm well pleased with that.
Yeah, well, congratulations to our podium. A fantastic race. Kept it clean. No safety cars today. That's definitely a first on F1 2020 for me commentating, I do believe. And well done to all. We'll join you same time, same place next weekend for round 3. And that one will definitely be spicy because, yeah, circuit of Vietnam is going to be extra tricky. So thanks for watching and see you again soon.